Good the people, what's happening? So today we're just going to talk about dysfunctional, toxic, and incompatible marriages, how the divorce rate's increasing and stuff, and how to avoid all this, or how to avoid getting severe mental health within a marriage that ain't working. I can only talk from the guy's perspective because I'll chat to mainly guys and I don't really chat to any girls. So I'll talk about guys to this sort of stuff mainly, like friends of friends, and in the grapevine you hear stuff. So been hearing a lot going on lately. So heard about one scenario where Amrit Dari Singh, like he's got married, had kids, but he was gay, so he was having a gay relationship as well. But his missus caught him on the phone. So first of all, if you're gay or whatever, live, let live, whatever. But do not have a marriage of convenience. Even have kids when you know you're gay from the start, innit? Just because you ain't got the balls to tell your parents that you're gay. So you even have a family to disguise your gayness, which is just terrible. It's the biggest barb you can do. From Guru Granth Sahib Ji, having Chutiyan Lama, raising kids into this world when you know that you don't want them, but you do it just to hide it from your family or society or whatever. So fix up. People need to, if you're gay and Sikh or whatever you are, Mratari, gay, whatever, do not destroy someone else's life. Just come out in the open and do your thing, innit? Do you know what I mean? Another thing I've been hearing about is, bro, we're not together. We just live together because for sake of the kids, and if we sell the house, we've got nowhere to kind of go because she won't be able to get her own house. I won't be able to get my house, and I don't really want to live back with my parents, and she ain't got no space in her parents' house, so we're just living together. One case I heard they're staying together because they've got kids, and plus they're seeing other people on the sly, so they're allowed to see other people, but they want to stay together because the kids. But if the kids find out you're seeing other people, what sort of example is that? That it's gonna be weird. Like they're gonna think cheating is normal because they're gonna think it's cheating. They don't know that you're not together. So that setup is just totally mash up. I understand the financial stuff, but boy, if you have to go back to mom and dad's house, you have to go back to mom and dad's house. Staying together just because of financial stuff, you know what I mean? It's not worth it because we're going to talk about the stress levels. So if you're in a dysfunctional or toxic marriage, you might be able to get counseling and get a bit of help, and it might make things better or it might not. Yeah, but it's worth a try. But if you're in an incompatible marriage where it's incompatible, a bit of toxic and a bit of dysfunction, you might be able to fix the dysfunction and toxic. But if you're incompatible, you're incompatible. You can't fix that. Do you know what I mean? You can only compromise so much, but sometimes if you're compromised for the other person, it's not from your heart. It ain't gonna work. Do you know what I mean? It's like the stress levels in an incompatible or toxic dysfunctional marriage. It can kill you. It can really, I know guys that you myself have been on the street. You know, you've been in hard jobs. You've been in a poverty environment. You've been, some people have done tours in wars, street beefs, all that. But the stress levels in a toxic marriage or incompatible marriage is much higher. Why is that? Because when you're out there hustling in the streets or doing what you're doing in the streets, you come home to your safe space. Do you get me? When you're at work and you're having a bad time and you hate it and it's depressing every day, but you come home, Netflix and chill and watch something when you're single, right? If you're coming home to arguments all the time, obviously every marriage is going to have the odd few arguments, but if you come home to arguments, stress, everything's a bunga, everything's a battle, everything is, you're against all odds, and you can say never do or say anything right. There's always an argument. You're scared to even pick up the joypad and chill out because it's going to be screaming, it was on the game, or it's wild, and it's like, like a zoo. You're never going to find that peace. And if you're incompatible, you're never going to find that peace if things, get on your nerves and that. So it's best to end it, because if you're incompatible, you're just torturing yourself. It's going to end. The inevitable is going to happen. It's going to end, whether it's in 2 years, 3 years. All you're doing is mentally torturing yourself and causing yourself mental stress as both people in the relationship. If it's toxic and dysfunctional and you want to give counseling a go before you end it, then that's fine. That could work. But if you're incompatible, I don't really know how counseling can fix that. Incompatibility, that's why white people and that, they live with each other first, see each other's habits, see if they're compatible, talk to each other properly. Obviously, we don't do that in our culture. But some people are dating for a long time, and certain questions they don't have until after they're married. Do you know what I mean? It's like I was in a 3 year marriage, incompatible, and it's the most stress I've ever had. And I've been through the wars, I've been through this, I've been through that, and a lot of guys, they say the same thing, that their dysfunctional marriage was the most stress that they ever had, and they wish they had got out sooner. Do you know what I'm saying? But people make a goal of it for the kids and this and that, but the kids in the long term suffer, and it becomes a toxic environment. So to the youngsters, to the young lads, do not make the mistakes that we've made. Make sure you do a compatibility test, and really think about what you're getting into and what you're not getting into. You know what I mean? Because these divorces, these broken marriages, it's not good for the kids and stuff. So just take your time. Don't rush it, innit? If you date someone for 2 years, you'll find out a bit of their patterns, movement patterns, and when I'm in movement, the way they move, the way they carry themselves, the way they go on when there's a bit of controversy, how they react and stuff like that. And just say in the house, it's gonna be 10 times worse. So if it's bad when you're dating, when you're in the house, hormones, birth, all that is just gonna be 10 times worse. There's a lot of girls with a lot of daddy issues and a lot of trauma, which could probably be fixed, but then you still gotta be compatible. Yeah, take care, guys. Respect. Look after yourself.